So 2018's been a pretty tough year for me. I got out of a relationship that I thought was emotionally unhealthy because a lot of my happiness and my joy depended on like his mood and his validation of me. I also was thrown into like a pool of uncertainty about my career early on in the year. It got so bad that I actually suffered from depression while I was in the US, and it reached a low point in my life when I was actually suicidal. It was just this dark time in my life where I didn't want to live anymore because I couldn't see a purpose for living. And I also just moved into a big city for the first time in my life alone. All of my friends were all together like in their pool of cities in the suburbs, and I was in San Francisco alone. So that didn't help for the depression and for me being suicidal. It was just this dark and lonely time where I couldn't hear God and I couldn't talk to anyone, and I just was feeling all these terrible things about myself and my life, and I really didn't see a purpose for my life. And then now looking back, when you're thinking about the reason for the season for Christmas, of course, oh yeah, God came down from heaven 2,000 years ago to be born as a human and then die for you on the cross. But like, what does it really mean for you personally? For me personally, just looking back, where most of my issues were like my self-worth and my self-value, just knowing your value, because I was always so dependent on other people's validation, especially my exes. This sets me free, because knowing that someone 2,000 years ago loved you so much that he came down and he was born for you in a manger, no less, not even like in a castle or just like a home at least. But he left so many things behind. He left his glory, his comfort, his status as a God to come down to earth as a human, face the same trials and tribulations you did, and then die on the cross for your sins. And for me personally, especially because my love language is act of service, that's the greatest act of love someone could ever do for me, to leave everything behind and just come down and love you before you could even love yourself, love you before even your parents would love you before you could even make the conscious decision to love him back as a Christian. He came down here with a risk, not knowing if you're gonna love him back, but hey, he still loved you first. So, hi, I'm Chacha. This is my Christmas story. What's yours?